Do you want to make homemade dinner rolls, but making bread by hand looks like too much work? I'm Marcy McDonald with Pacific Northwest Suburban Homesteading. Today, my dad, Mike, will use his bread machine to make rolls with little fuss and bother.
Today, we're going to be making dinner bread rolls, and we're using a bread machine to make the dough. I'm going to put the ingredients together and get it to mix and make the dough. And then what I'll do then is roll the rolls out. I've got everything lined up that we're going to need. It's 3 1/4 cups flour, 1 cup of water, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 3 teaspoons of yeast, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a teaspoon of salt. And so I'm going to mix this together and we'll start the machine. And then the water. And the sugar. 1 egg. 3 teaspoons of yeast. 2 tablespoons of butter. 1 teaspoon of salt. Then we start the machine. And for 1.5 hours, it will make the dough. When the dough's ready, I'll roll it up into 16 equal-sized balls and let them raise. And then once they raise, then bake and in the oven, and then they're ready to eat. There, it's all done. Dough's all done. The quick and easy way. The trick to this is make them all the same size. Takes a little bit of practice to get them all the same size. I use an insulated cookie sheet. It keeps them from burning on the bottom. It's pre-greased. I've preheated the oven to 105 degrees to raise them. There's a little waiting time until they raise. It doesn't take long to cook them. It just takes long to raise them. Kind of squeeze them on the bottom and kind of keep tightening them up. It's kind of what happens. Then you just set it on the folded up part. Okay, time for the oven. Okay, that's time to clean up the mess and wait for them to raise. It'll take 20 to half hour for them to raise up till they pretty much double or get 3 times in size. Okay, the bread rolls have doubled in size. I'll usually let them go until they start touching each other. That tells me that they're raised enough. Preheat the oven to 375 for 12 minutes is all they cook. And so that'll be, the oven preheats, they go in and we can eat them after they're done. Okay, we're up to temp. Time to cook. Would you like one?
Oh, I'd love one. Smells amazing. They're so good. I totally have to make these.
It takes a little time to make them, and it's worthwhile.
Well, it's like having these at the holidays.
Somebody asked me to make them. I got to get both bread machines going and stagger them and everything. I got a system where I can cook like 32 of these in the same amount of time.
That's amazing.
Just go to Goodwill and buy your bread machines. Yeah, they're so tender, it takes a serrated knife to gently cut them or they'll squash. Yeah, that's a tomato knife.
Makes sense. If it's not going to squish your tomato, it's not going to squish your rolls.
That's right.
Well, thank you very much for making this for me.
We'll load you some up and you can take some home. That's another story with the yeast, how I deal with that. I keep it frozen. Well, I buy the large container Costco. I keep the small jar just refrigerated. And then I vacuum pack and put it back into the freezer. But I vacuum pack and there's no air, no moisture, nothing on when they're frozen like that. I can use the entire amount of yeast up. Sometimes it'll take a long time. Bought this jar, which lasts a long time. And then I vacuum pack it. And every time I redate it. This is when it was open last. And this is 11/7/24. That's how it's open, but that's when I bought it the last time. Now, when I bought this jar a long time ago, it was 06. This is how I buy it, 2 pounds. And that's factory vacuum packed, and I store it in the freezer. And this is what's left of the old one. That jar's almost empty, so it'll take that.
We store our yeast in the pantry until it is opened. Then it is kept in the refrigerator after the seal is broken. I buy it in smaller amounts, so freezing is unnecessary. I have 2 jars of yeast at the moment. One is new, the other is sealed but expired by 3 years. Is the second jar still viable? I do not know. Let's test it. There are 2 ways to proof yeast for making bread. Take a leap of faith and go ahead and make the bread, or you can use a method called proofing or blooming. Obviously, my dad does fine with just making his bread. He keeps his yeast longer than the recommended time even using a freezer, but you can't argue with his success. I don't want to risk wasting my ingredients, so I prefer to test before committing. I set up a glass with 1/2 cup of hot water and dissolve 1 teaspoon of sugar in it. I did the same for the second yeast to be tested. Once the water cooled to between 105 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit, I added the yeast. The jar on the left, the regular active yeast, is new and unexpired. The jar on the right is the expired bread machine rapid rise yeast. Glommed onto the spoon. Let's go to time lapse and see what happens. I think it is safe to say that both jars are perfectly viable. We achieved nice foam for both, proving that the dormant yeast in the expired jar is still alive and well. This is not an original recipe. Dad uses the one that came with his bread maker. The important part of this is the technique. You can save a lot of hands-on time while letting your bread machine do the hard work for you. Then you get to do the fun part of rolling out the dough into delicious dinner rolls, loaves, or whatever else you wish to do. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, be curious, keep an open mind, and never stop learning.